Questions let about professional education. Part 17. Question number 1. A parent of a child with autism expresses concern that their child feels left out during group activities. As a teacher, what is the best response? Letter A. Tell the parent that inclusion is difficult to achieve. Letter B. Assign the child to work alone. Letter C. Reassure the parent and plan inclusive group strategies for all students. Letter D. Ask the parent to help their child socialize outside school. The correct answer is letter C. Reassure the parent and plan inclusive group strategies for all students. From the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers on Article 9, the Teacher and Parents. Section 3. A teacher shall hear parent complaints with sympathy and understanding, and shall discourage unfair criticism. In this situation, the teacher's role is not only to teach academic content but also to promote inclusion, respect, and equal opportunities for all learners, including those with special needs. By planning inclusive group strategies, the teacher helps. First is to foster a sense of belonging for the child with autism. Second is to encourage social interaction and collaboration among all students. And lastly is to create a supportive classroom environment that values diversity. This approach demonstrates empathy, professionalism, and ethical responsibility. Question number 2. During class discussions, teacher Liza notices that one of her students, Carlo, quickly grasps lessons, finishes tasks ahead of others, and often gets bored waiting for his classmates to catch up. As a teacher, what is the best action to take? Letter A. Ask Carlo to help teach his classmates every time he finishes early. Letter B. Advise Carlo to wait quietly until the rest of the class finishes. Letter C. Ignore his behavior so that all students are treated equally. Letter D. Give Carlo additional enrichment activities or advanced tasks that challenge his abilities. The correct answer is letter D. Give Carlo additional enrichment activities or advanced tasks that challenge his abilities. In the case of Carlo, that he quickly grasps lessons and finishes tasks ahead of others, the most important thing to do is to provide enrichment or advanced learning opportunities that match his higher intellectual ability. A student with a higher IQ needs appropriate academic challenges to stay motivated, engaged, and to continue developing his potential. While the option B, simply asking him to wait, and option C, ignoring his needs, may lead to boredom, loss of interest, or underachievement. And option A, asking him to teach others, may seem positive but doing it too often shifts his role from learner to assistant, which does not support his personal growth. By giving enrichment tasks to average or gifted learners, the teacher acknowledges individual differences and promotes the holistic development of every student. Question number 3. Teacher Marie catches one of her students cheating during a quiz. When she asks why, the student replies, "Everyone else is doing it." According to Kohlberg's stages of moral development, what stage is the student likely in? Letter A. Pre-conventional, obedience and punishment orientation. Letter B. Conventional, good boy, girl orientation. Letter C. Conventional, law and order orientation. Letter D. Pre-conventional, self-interest orientation. The correct answer is letter B. The conventional, good boy or girl orientation is the third stage in Kohlberg's theory of moral development, where moral decisions are based on seeking approval and maintaining relationships. In this stage, the individuals, often adolescents, want to be seen as good and accepted by others. The student's response, "Everyone else is doing it," shows that their cheating is motivated by a desire to fit in and gain social acceptance, rather than by honesty or personal principles. Their sense of right and wrong depends on peer behavior and group approval, not on internal moral values or rules. The Lawrence-Kohlberg's theory of moral development explains how moral reasoning develops through 6 stages, grouped into 3 levels. The first level, called the pre-conventional level, is typical among children. At this stage, moral reasoning is based on personal consequences, such as avoiding punishment or gaining rewards. In stage 1 is obedience and punishment orientation. Right behavior means following rules to avoid punishment. For example, a child might say, "I won't cheat because I might get caught." In stage 2 is self-interest orientation. Actions are guided by personal gain or benefit. For instance, "I'll be good if there's something in it for me." The second level, the conventional level, is common among adolescents and adults. Here, moral reasoning focuses on gaining social approval and maintaining social order. In stage 3 is good boy or good girl orientation. The behavior is aimed at pleasing others and maintaining good relationships, such as, "I'll do it because people will think I'm nice." Meanwhile, stage 4 is law and order orientation, which emphasizes obeying laws and rules to preserve order, like, "I won't cheat because it's against the rules." The third and highest level is the post-conventional level, which only a few individuals reach. At this level, moral reasoning is guided by universal ethical principles and an individual's conscience. In stage 5 is social contract orientation. Laws are seen as important but can be changed if they are unjust, as in, rules should protect everyone's rights. Finally, stage 6 is universal ethical principles orientation. It is based on moral values such as justice and equality. A person at this stage follows their conscience and does what is right, even if it is unpopular. "I will do what is right, even if it's unpopular." Question number 4. After checking the quiz scores of her class, teacher Liza arranged them from lowest to highest. She wants to find the middle score that divides the class into 2 equal groups, half scoring below it and half above it. Which statement best describes the median? Letter A. It is the total of all scores divided by the number of students. Letter B. It is the score that appears most often in the set. Letter C. It is the middle score when all scores are arranged in order. Letter D. It is the difference between the highest and lowest scores. The correct answer is letter C. It is the middle score when all scores are arranged in order. When teacher Liza arranges her students' quiz scores from lowest to highest and wants to find the middle score, the point where half of the students scored lower and half scored higher, she is finding the median. The median provides a clear picture of the typical performance of the class, especially when there are very high or very low scores that could make the mean or average misleading. For example, teacher Liza's students got the following scores: 70, 75, 80, 85, and 90. She first arranges the numbers in order and then finds the middle number. In this case, the third score, which is 80, is the middle score, therefore, the median is 80. That is for even numbers. For an even number of scores, if the scores are 70, 75, 80, and 85, teacher Liza will arrange them in order and then find the 2 middle numbers, which are 75 and 80. She will add the 2 middle numbers and divide by 2 to find their average. 75 plus 80 divided by 2 equals 77.5. Therefore, the median is 77.5.